Hey everybody, welcome to MUSTS with Mary Grace, where I talk about everything that I learned along the way raising 3 little boys. And today I'm going to talk about how to travel specifically on an airplane with elementary school kiddos. So this would be between toddler and teenage is kind of the group I'm capturing. So maybe elementary, middle school in that group. And what do we really need to pack and how do we do it in order to sort of survive a flight, particularly a long airplane flight? And then also how to have sort of goodies once we get there for them to play with, because obviously you can't bring your toys and you can't bring all of that stuff on an airplane easily. Certainly you could probably pack some in your luggage, but it's not an easy task. So what is it that we bring along the way? And I've traveled a lot with my kids, so this has been something that we've refined over the years. And what's funny is I've done it so much now that my older kids, my first and third grader, I say, we're going on a trip, and they say, are we flying, are we driving? And they go and grab their backpack and they actually load it up. So this has gotten to the point where I don't even need to kind of go through the what do you put in your backpack type of thing. But we do have a backpack. They carry their own backpacks. Mom and dad also have a backpack or purse or something like that. I tend to carry a backpack because I need stuff in it for the kids, particularly our baby. And I think it's easier because it's not a purse falling off my shoulder all the time while I'm pushing around kids in an airport. But whatever you do, whatever you bring for you is separate from this, but they do carry their own backpacks. This is just their school backpack. This is my middle son's school backpack. So in this backpack, they bring their iPad and their charger. If they want to play games on the airline, they can. We tend to not opt to pay any extra for Wi-Fi or anything like that. So if there's anything that they want on their iPad to be playing with on the airplane, make sure that it's downloaded onto their iPad, because unless you want to opt to get the Wi-Fi, but if you're not opting to get the Wi-Fi, then make sure that it's pre-downloaded and that you've got the charger. Typically you can charge them in your seat. Also on airplanes now, a lot of times there's movies and at your seat that you can pick depending on the plane that you can pick. And so that's a nice option with kids specific movies and things like that. The other thing that's really important to bring are headphones. So make sure that your kids bring, if they have them for school, my kids have them, they have big ones for school. We just make sure that with the iPad and the charger, they always pack their headphones so that we're not disruptive to the people next to us, but also so they can plug it in if they want to watch a movie that's on the airplane seat movie. I always have them pack extra clothes. Now this might be something that they don't pack it in their bag. This might be an item that I pack in my backpack, but always have extra clothes. I have been thrown up on by my kids and they have thrown up on themselves. They have spilled stuff on themselves. They have had potty accidents. They have had a whole array of things happen on airplanes and in transit. And so no matter what, we always pack one extra item of clothing. Most of the time, to be honest, my kids are in first and third grade, and then I have a 1-year-old, so I can't do this with him. But for my older kids, I tend to pack one shirt and shorts or pants, whatever's weather appropriate, that I can fit on both of them. So it actually tends to be what fits my older son, my third grader. And that way, if my younger one gets sick or my older one gets sick, I have one outfit that either one of them can put on if they need it. So I'm not packing 2 outfits because it just gets really, really bulky. So if you can do that, do it. Any type of generic t-shirt that you can find, or a pair of sweatpants that's sort of generic that you can fit on multiple age kids. Maybe you can roll the pants if you have to, or the shorts, do it. So you're packing less stuff. It's just easier. The other things that I always have them pack in their backpack, so an empty water bottle, we fill it up at the airport, and some type of snack. That can be one of these applesauce pouches, that can be crackers, any of the above, so that they can either have it in the airport, or say they get really hungry for a snack while we're taxiing before the drink service starts on the actual airplane, they have something in terms of drinks or snacks. I also always have hand sanitizer. Their immune systems are still getting educated, and so we just try to keep things as clean as possible in terms of wiping down the trays and keeping our hands clean so that they're not sick on the trip. I have it in my backpack. The kids have it in their backpack. They always pack a stuffy if they want it. My middle son still has a stuffy that he snuggles with. Just be very careful you don't lose it. I know lots of parents that have lost the stuffy, and that's the end of the world because they can't replace the stuffy. So stuffy can be, you know, iffy depending on what, you know, your level of concern about possibly losing stuffy while you're traveling. And then they always pack their own blankets. So this is just a cuddly blanket that they have. They stick it in their backpack, and they have it so that they can use it at the airport. They can use it in the Airbnb. They can use it at the hotel, the resort, whatever. And they've got something that's comfortable and feels like home to them. I found that they just sleep better and settle in better when they have their blankets. The one other thing that we tend to do is have them pack something other than iPad or their books. So they can pack a toy, they can pack, other than iPad or movies. So they can either pack a book, they can pack a toy, something like that. And then actually, I have another video on this on how to travel with babies and toddlers. So please go ahead and check that out. And if you like my videos, don't hesitate to subscribe or like them. I always pack little random toys that I get at the dollar store or that maybe are in their toy box, but they haven't used in a long time. I wrap them just to kind of make it fun and interesting. And then while we're on the flight, I give them these. So these are in my backpack, and I give them these that they can open, and it's something that might be kind of fun for them to play with. That's just kind of new and novel. And then I usually have one or two that I've gotten extra at the dollar store that I've pre-wrapped and stuck in our luggage for the trip home. So it's maybe $1 or $2, you know, between the two kids. Maybe it ends up being $5 or $6 between the flight there and the flight back, but it's kind of a fun thing. Honestly, a lot of times when we're going to the beach, I'll wrap up beach toys and things like that that they can play with. So that's kind of a fun thing. The one other thing that I will note that I have here that you'll probably will see is that I do have a bag of, like a medicine bag. This seems like why you're talking about this, because this isn't something I'm putting in their backpack. It's not even something I'm putting in my backpack. It's actually something we check in our luggage, but I just think it's a travel tip that I want to pass on, because I can't tell you how many times I've had something happen where one of us is not feeling well in the middle of the night, or, you know, we're somewhere where we just cannot easily access medicine because we're abroad, or, you know, it's in the middle, like I said, it's the middle of the night and the grocery store is multiple miles away. I pack a travel bag of medicine always, always, always. It has basic things: ibuprofen, Tums, Pepto-Bismol, children's Tylenol. In our case, because I have a toddler, has infant's ibuprofen. And then I always pack one of those water bottle bags that are collapsible, and it's a cloth bag, and you can screw the plastic top on it, and you can fill it with hot water, or you can fill it with ice and cold water for muscle aches, or for, you know, banging their head, or who knows what happens, and you need an ice pack. So it's totally collapsible and easy. I stick it in this bag and we pack it in our luggage. So these are my mommy musts. These are my tips and tricks for traveling with an elementary school kiddo. I will say many times I will try to stick them in the aisle. And the reason that I stick them in the aisle on the airplane is that they can get up and move and stretch, do whatever they need to do to kind of just get their wiggles out before they, or while they're traveling and while they're on the flight. One of the other quick things that I'll mention that I do is I don't actually board the plane until the absolute last second. I let the kids walk around in the airport. Let them walk around near the gate. I let them move and kind of get their yayas out as much as absolutely possible before we get on the plane. Usually my husband will go board when we're supposed to be boarding, so that if he has to take out any carry-on luggage or get our seats set up, he can do that. But I keep the kids off of the plane until the last minute, and then I board them at the last minute, just so that they're sitting in the seats the least possible amount of time, because kids get bored sitting in airplanes. Adults get bored sitting in airplanes. I think that's everything I just wanted to share with you in terms of tips and tricks for elementary school kiddos. So this goes from toddler to teen. Please don't hesitate to check out my other Mommy Must video on how to travel with babies and toddlers. And if you like this video or enjoy my videos, check out other Mommy Musts with Mary Grace on my YouTube channel, and please subscribe or like. Thank you so much, everybody.